Progress. There you go. Now it is.
Good thing I thought of it. All right, let's start over again. Thank you, Kelly, for saying that. Do you guys get asked? I didn't even know that. I love your glasses, Kelly. Okay. They remind me of Sally Jesse Raphael. Do you remember her? I always wanted to wear glasses like that. Okay, so I'm Coach Shannon. First meeting of Shred Tribe, Shred into 2022. I love seeing so many people on the Zooms. That is the best way to stay engaged. That is the best way to stay connected. You will see your results increase, they say, by like 44% by attending meetings, which is why they have AA and all those other meetings. So it's known to work. The meeting is every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. I moved the workout from Mondays at 6 p.m. to Wednesdays at 6 p.m. before this meeting. We lost a coach at our Orange Theory, and I'm covering her classes and my classes. So Monday nights, that puts me at Orange Theory now, just for temporary, just until we hire another coach, hopefully soon. But otherwise, that's what's going to happen. Still going to have our workout on Saturdays. I think we'll make it 4 o'clock now, not so late. Because I know people were saying they want to get ready to go out and stuff, and 5 o'clock is kind of late for them. So we're going to go with 4 o'clock. I'm not doing anything on Tuesday nights right now. The studio that I was working for, the Cycle Bar, closed its doors on Monday. Just went back there and they closed their doors. So I was thinking, yeah, you didn't know that, Gina?
I got the email, but I thought it was maybe not right because I'm like, well, I just went there last week. So I was going to message you and I was really sad. So
hopefully they'll find a new owner, but so far, no, not so much. So I was thinking Tuesday nights, we would do a dumbbell workout at 6 p.m. So if you have dumbbells, you can join in on that meeting. So I'm going to put a new schedule out so you guys know what's going on what day of the week. So Tuesday night will be dumbbell, Wednesday night will be band, Saturday will be bands. The resistance band. So we use the regular bands and then we use the booty bands. All my shred gear, the bands, the blender bottles, the booty bands, I don't even know what else I have in there, is all half off right now. So I do it for the beginning of the challenges. I usually only do it in the new group so you guys don't see it, but I'm gonna do it for everybody because people have been asking me if I'm gonna have another sale on the bands. So yes, but you gotta message me because I'm gonna go to the post office probably on Saturday or Monday and get that done. Okay. If you're doing the 2022 steps or my 2022 miles in 2022, you are in a separate group in the app. If you haven't joined and you want to join it, it's a website. It's called Run the Edge. You can still join. Then I'll put you in the group on the app. And then we have 3 Shred Tribe groups because so many people are doing it. And so far it's been fun and motivating. And we're going to have separate tank tops for that. So don't buy the tank top package if you decide to do it. We're gonna have a separate one. I am working with Sharp Elite about doing a real official 5K, like a Shred Tribe 5K. So you guys know my fundraiser is Wounded Warriors. My dad's a Vietnam vet and he has a Purple Heart, 2 Purple Hearts. So I felt that's always been the fundraiser I've gone with. So when we do the 5K, all the proceeds will go towards that fundraiser. So that's coming down the line. Proceeds from all the shred gear, 20% go to Wounded Warrior also. And then I get thank you cards and I post them so you guys can see, and it says Shred Tribe on it and all this stuff. It's pretty cool. And I get stickers and stuff. So if I get them, I just offer, if you guys want them, you can have them. You know, they give you like the things, the treats or whatever. I just want to go through everything I've been wanting to say. Okay, so now I want to talk about a couple of things about tracking macros. And I'm not saying people are lazy. I'm not saying people don't want to do the work. But when you do the program for a long time, we get lackadaisical. And we're like, oh, I don't need to hit that. Or, oh, I know that if I didn't hit 30 today, I'll hit 50 tomorrow and I'll make up for it. Don't play that game. When you play that game, it's all in your head. Because the next day comes and you don't make it match. And then the next day comes and you don't make a match. And then all of a sudden you're not losing weight and you're wondering why. So you need to hit your numbers every day. I joke around, a bunch of us call it macros Tetris. It's what it's all about, pulling it in, pulling it out. I track every day. I thought I was going to get to have 26 French fries tonight. And then I realized I can get 13 French fries and I could have a half a cup of quinoa to hit my carbs that I didn't eat yet. But like I had to play around. I was in my pantry before this meeting, checking out my brown rice, my quinoa, like all different carbs to try to hit my numbers because I couldn't have 2 full servings of sweet potato fries. I get it. I do the same thing as you do every single day of my life. It doesn't always fall into place. I forgot that I actually had 2 Built Bar Puff Bars today because I was coaching 6 classes and I forgot I ate one in between classes. So then when I went to go look at my food and I was like, wait, why do I have another wrapper in here? I was like, shit. And that screwed me up with my fats, so I had to change everything around. So I get it. I do it with you. I do it personally. And then when you guys message me, I do it for you. So I know it's not super easy, but once you start doing it, you start to know what things are worth and you start just playing around with it, macros Tetris, or you sit in your cabinet like I did and you were just playing around trying to figure out what would fit. That's how you do it. It works. And I will say that to you too. Put this in, take this out, put only this much in, take this out. I know it sounds like it's a pain in the ass and I feel bad going back and forth 8 messages later, but it works. And then you guys are like, oh my God, it worked. Yay, thank you. So I feel bad having you guys go on the app and move it in and out and refresh and all that. But that's the only way you're going to get it to work or get it to, the numbers to match. So it's super important. I'm going to remind everybody one more time, and it's not one more time, I'm going to do it every week. 10 over or under proteins and carbs, 4 to 6 for fats. So if you have 32 carbs left, that is not 10 over under. And if you went over 16 proteins, that is not 10 over and under. And if you have 8 fats left or you're under 8 fats, that is not 4 to 6. We all know our numbers. And those are the ranges you're going to stay in. When I calculated your macros, I allowed for that. So don't worry about the calories. It's already taken care of. Someone messaged me and she is in a macros group and I'm actually in that macros group too, because I like to answer questions for people. And she had asked me, do I prefer grams or ounces? So I don't have a preference, but if you're going to ask me to look at your app and it says you're having 70 grams of turkey, I am not going to do the math to figure out how many ounces 70 grams of turkey is. I'm going to ask you to convert it to ounces. So if you prefer to do grams, go for it. It could be more accurate, but I allow for that with the 10 gram differential. So I don't have a preference of which way you guys track, ounces, grams, I don't care, leaves, I don't care. As long as if you ask me for your help, I can give you that help. I'm not going to do extra work to try to figure out what grams are for ounces. I do it for myself every day in my own app, in the app when I'm tracking. So I just want to clear that up. I don't have a problem with either way you're doing it. I love that people are messaging me and telling me they're not hitting their 10,000 steps. It's week 1. Something we're going to talk about tonight is don't jump in both feet and feel like you're underwater to here. Take your time doing these things. I do not expect you to hit 10,000 steps on January 3rd and drink 100 ounces of water on January 3rd and hit your macros on January 3rd. That's just not even realistic. It's not even human to be able to do that the first day. Now, 2 weeks from now, I expect to see you guys drinking your water. I expect to see the steps because then it's almost becoming a habit. And that's the point of it, right? I love when somebody messaged me, and I'm going to use April as an example. She'll message me after I say, do you guys want me to look at your numbers? And she'll say, I have everything in, except I left a little bit of carbs for the end of the day so I can play with them. And she like winks. And I'm like, I love that because she knows at the end of the day, if she wants those carbs, she left them for herself. And this is April started the week before we started the challenge, when I do the pre-stuff. So she's new to this. So she's already starting to get, if I want that, I better save something for later. Think about the things you're doing while you're doing it, and it will make life so much easier. I got a couple of messages this week. I'm going out for dinner. What can I eat? I'm going to say it again and again and again. I say it in every news challenge. I say it in the middle of challenges. You get what you want to eat. I'm not going to name names, but I was training somebody privately earlier on Zoom. She was telling me how somebody she knows very close messaged her last night and said, it's not fair. I'm making muffins and I can't have one. And this person said to that person, well, you should have fit it into your macros if you really wanted it. Well, then she went today and it actually helped her hit her macros. So she was able to have it. But if you know you're doing these things, build it into your day. And now on the flip side, I do not want to hear that you had a glass of wine or you had a Kit Kat or you had something, a Twinkie to hit your numbers. That is not learning how to eat healthy. That's working the system. And I don't want you to work the system. I want you to think about what you're eating, not just drop things in because you know it's going to help you hit your numbers. So please remember that. And please never apologize for messing up. We all mess up. I feel bad when you message me and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry I let you down. Dude, you didn't let me down. It's not my program. It's your program. If you let yourself down, that's a whole different story. Telling me does not let you repent your sins. They're still there. But saying it out loud helps, and then move on. And my answer will be, you know what? Totally get it. Life happens. It's a new day. And that's how you guys need to treat it yourself. Someone came into Orange Theory the other day and she's like, oh, I went crazy on vacation and, now I got to get back at it. I said, that's the best part about macros. You're not going to diet. Start tracking your numbers again. You'll get right back into it. The weight will come right back off. Okay, so since it's the first meeting, I ask this question every first meeting. Raise your hand, not first challengers. Raise your hand if you've been in at least one session and the first day you came in here, first meeting, God bless you, Danielle, you were overwhelmed and thought, I am never going to do this, and you thought you were going to quit within the first week. It's usually about 80%, right? Now raise your hand, and you raise your hand if you've been in here for more than 2 challenges, 3 challenges, 4 challenges, 5, 6, 7. There's people that have been in here for 2 years. I can keep going, but they're the ones that are consistent. They're the ones that are losing all the weight. Those are the ones that are going to the meetings, and those are the ones that are staying focused. And even people come and go, right, Dawn? And you're always welcome back. There's others in here too, but I was just staring at your face. Because there's always, you're always welcome in the group, by the way. When you leave, you can come back, never apologize, never ask if I will take you back. I will take everybody back. I take myself back when I fall off the wagon. It happens. If I ask the same question in a month, everybody's going to raise their hand and say they get it now. It just takes time. Don't let yourself get stressed out. And I want to mention, it is an app. It is technology. Don't let it rule your macros. Do you know something? Can you guys see my sister, Stacy? She's smiling ear to ear, cheek to cheek, because I don't think I've spoken to my sister in 20 years as much as we spoke last week because her app was not working correctly. Jody knows. Oh, and I want to talk about that too. Jody knows. So don't let the app stress you. When we start talking about all the stuff I have written down, remind me, Jody or Stacy, to bring you guys up, okay? Just remind me. It's not a big deal. Just put your hand up or something. Okay, so now I want to talk about starting a new program, getting refocused into a new program, regrouping. If I message you and I say, hey, let me check your macros, and I get 100 million excuses why you're not tracking them, I'm going to reply back, okay, no problem. And I'm going to move on to the next person. And I'll usually do that to people that have been in the program. I will just call you out and say, hey, how's your macros going? Because I know you're not freaking tracking. I can see it. If it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon and I see all gray circles, you're going to get a message from me. And chances are 5 minutes later, you're going to say, okay, check it now. Because it's so easy to put in what you're eating. But when you've been doing it for so long, you just take it for granted. So back up, we're going to refocus, regroup. Everybody's going to kick ass in the shred into 2022. I'm doing it with you guys. So I'm also going to be, I'm focused, committed, all that stuff. The first thing is take baby steps. Talked about it just a few seconds ago. You don't have to get all 10,000 steps. Work towards it. Maybe the first week, 8,000, maybe the first week, 7,000. As you start to do it, add more steps. I've asked a couple of people, do you want me to back down that 10K? No, keep it there. It keeps me motivated. I have no problem with that. I just don't want it to demotivate you. The water is a non-negotiable. So I get if you're a teacher, you can't go to the bathroom 100 million times a day. I get it. But you got to try and get as close to that number as possible. So if you weigh 200 pounds, it's 100 ounces of water. Everybody understands that? Okay. But if you can't do it right away, get into it, but it is a non-negotiable. I'm going to expect you to do it. That is one of the #1 ways to have fat loss. And on the flip side, alcohol is the #1 way to slow down fat loss. I have no problem with you guys drinking. No problem. I do it. I have no problem. But if you're going to do it every night, don't expect to see a lot of changes, especially right away off the bat. It doesn't slow down your metabolism, but what happens when you drink alcohol is your body wants to process the alcohol before it processes the food you're eating. So it slows down your food being metabolized. So everybody says, oh, don't drink, it slows down your metabolism. It doesn't, but it does have a counter effect of that. A lot of times when we drink, we lose our inhibitions and we start noshing on food at the bar, wherever you are, and you don't want to do that. So I am not telling you to quit drinking. I will never tell you to do that, but I want you to think about if you do drink a lot, to try to cut back. And that could be a great habit that we can work on together if it's something that you think you need to do. And this is for people on the app, on the video and or Zoom and then watching it on video. I'm more than happy to help anybody want to do that. I used to drink wine every single night. I was a nutritionist at a doctor's office. I was drinking wine every night. I was single. I was divorced. My kids were little. I would have a glass of wine when I get home. Didn't think it was a big deal. Went into Dr. Kowalski, because that was my doctor, the doctor I worked for. And I said, why am I not losing weight? Like, I don't get it. And he's like, well, how many glasses of wine did you have last night? And I was like, 1. He's like, but you had it every night this week after we had this conversation. He's like, so every night this week, you stopped metabolizing your food to take over your alcohol, and then you went to sleep. And I was like, I never thought of it. I'm a nutritionist, never thought of it. So now I only drink twice, Fridays and Saturdays, and it's like 1 or 2 drinks. And I drink water if I'm gonna have 2 water in between. It helps push the metabolism. Over time, you do it over time. I've gone for years without having a drink, but it's just, if you find yourself not able to do that, start cutting it down, trying to do something else. Okay, so take baby steps with that as well. I know everybody loves recipes. I get it. I would love recipes too if I cooked. I don't. So I don't share recipes. I keep getting messages. Can you share with me your recipes? Yeah, I would love to, but I don't cook. I literally crock pot. So tonight, not crock pot, air fry. Tonight, after this, I'm going to put in 2 turkey burgers in the air fryer, let them cook. Then I'm going to put my sweet potato fries in the air fryer, let them cook, and that's my cooking. I don't build recipes. I don't do any of that stuff. I have great resources of great blogs and, great apps that have recipes like Fit Men Cook. I always recommend that. You can buy the app, but Jody found a way around it by going on YouTube, and it's free on YouTube. Fit Men Cook. They give you the macros. They do everything. I have the app just so I can use it as a reference. It looks like this. It's actually one of the apps I keep on my phone right there. And you can build recipes and also build you your shopping list. If you
just Google it. It comes right up on Google.
You do Fit Men Cook recipe and then they just come up?
Tons of them. Yes, I love it.
Perfect. And it's free. So I paid for the app, but at the time it was $3.99 for life. So it was totally worth it for me. But now I think if I upgrade to Fit Men Cook 5.39, I might have to pay for it. We'll see. But it breaks it down to everything. So I don't cook, but I will get you resources. And there's a group in the app, recipes. Just scroll all the way up over time. There's so many recipes in there. Okay, I want everybody to set one realistic goal on a piece of paper for this 7-week challenge. One realistic goal. You can share it with me. You don't have to share it with me. It could be hitting your steps every day. It could be drinking your water. It could be getting in 3 workouts. It could be getting in a morning walk before you go to work. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be a weight goal. It doesn't have to be a body fat goal. It could be getting into that shirt that buttons like this and you want it to button nice. Like, I want you to make one goal. I want you to write it down. I want you to fold it up. And I want you to put it somewhere that you're not going to look at for 7 weeks. Everybody got that? And then we're going to date it. And I'm going to do it too. And then we're going to pull it out and we're going to see if you hit those goals. I'm not going to ask every single person, but I'll say, did you write your thing down? Raise your hand, whatever. And it's pretty cool to see if you make one goal and you focus on one goal in 7 weeks, how you will hit that goal. If you give yourself 5 goals, you're not going to hit any of them because you're going to be so focused on doing 5 different things in 7 weeks, you're not going to know which one to focus on. So focus on one, and that one goal will help you reach your other goals. If you drink your water every day, it'll help you reach your weight loss goal. If you weight train 3 times a week, it's going to help you lose that body fat, go to the body fat goal. Like, they'll all hit at some point. So I want you guys to do that. And set realistic goals. You're not going to lose 15 pounds in 7 weeks. I'm letting you know that right now. And let me tell you why I know this. Some people do, but very minimal. Because I set your macros to lose 1 pound a week. I calculate it for 1 pound a week. You're not going to really lose more than 1 pound a week. Unless you have a really special week, then next week, you're not going to see the scale move. And when the scale doesn't move, it usually means you're losing inches. And those are the pictures I show where the person looks like this, and then they look like this, but they only lost 5 pounds. It's amazing, but it happens. People say to me all the time at Orange Theory, wow, you lost a lot of weight. And I'm like, I haven't lost a pound. But last year I was wearing a size 8. This year I'm wearing a size 4. But I haven't lost 1 pound. Not one. But my body fat went down to 16%. Doesn't show it on the scale, but it shows it in my clothes. People see it. So you have to keep that in mind when we're doing this. Okay. Be mindful of everything you're doing. And I say it to people all the time, like when they're sick and they message me and say, I've had probably 45 people message me that they've COVID. I get it. It's not fun. Why do I have? I have no idea what you're asking. COVID sucks. You have to lose your appetite. So all I want you to do is be mindful if you're sick, whether it's COVID, whether you're having surgery, you got your teeth done, whatever it is. I don't expect you to hit your macros, but I expect you to be mindful. You have COVID doesn't mean that you have to have ice cream, have Jell-O, or whatever, but be mindful of what you're doing. You don't have to track. And anytime you're sick, you always have to drink water. So you still should hit your water goal because you don't want to get dehydrated. You should all know that. Make a plan for yourself for the week. You don't have to do it this week. This week's, tomorrow's Thursday already. But on Saturday or Sunday, make a plan for yourself. I'm going to work out on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Put it in your calendar. I'm going to meal prep on Mondays. I'm going to meal prep on Wednesdays. And I'm going to work out on Tuesdays and Thursdays. On Tuesdays, I'm going to work out with Shannon. On Wednesdays, I'm going to do my own workout. On Thursdays, make a plan, put it in your calendar, hold on to it. Not just with working out, with everything you're doing. I'm going to drink this many ounces of water by 8 o'clock and this many ounces of water by 10 o'clock. If you make a plan and you put it in writing, you will stick to it. If you just say, oh, I'm going to work out 4 days this week, you're probably going to get in 2 to 3. Hold yourself accountable. I cannot put the workouts, well, I can. If you want me to, and you're going to be doing the band workouts on certain days of the week, I can do it up to 50 people. We've only had 8, 12, 14 max do the workouts. But if it starts to be like 50 people, I can't do that. So which is why I can't do these meetings in your app. Like I can't calendar our Wednesday night meetings because there's 162 people. It only lets me do 50. Ideally, I mean, we have 41 people in here. So if I knew it was only gonna be the 41, I would do it, but I can't do it. So I start to do it and then it stops at the first 50 and I'm like, well, that sucks. 50 people are gonna remember to come to the meeting, the rest are not. And it's like A through J. So I can't do that, but you have ownership of your calendar. You can do it. You can put your own appointments in there. You can put your workouts in there ahead of time. You can use the calendar in the app for everything you're doing. And then I could see if you're doing it or not. So make mini goals. I talked about that each week. Practice stress management. Shut everything off. Put on, beach music, whatever it is, 5 minutes a day. It's meditation, but it's your own meditation. You don't have to have somebody speaking to you and bringing you down. Just close your eyes, sit in quiet, sit in the dark, or however you want to sit, and no TV on, no distractions, and put like beach music on, or I don't know, whatever suits you. I do beach music, and my phone, I just ask Siri to play Spotify beach music, and she does. But you can do whatever you want to do. I do it in my car sometimes when I'm waiting to go into a client and I have like 30 minutes. I'll just close my eyes, put that on, and just sit. And it really does relieve a lot of stress. If you're the type of person that has a lot of anxiety, it will really help you, I promise. Try it, put it in your calendar to do it once a week for 5 minutes, then do it for 6 minutes, then do it for 7, then do it for 8, and then split it up, 5 and 5. Eventually go to 20 minutes meditation a week, and your stress level will go down, your cortisol level will go down, and your weight loss will be faster. The number one thing that prevents weight loss is stress, sleep, then sleep, not getting enough sleep. Because not getting enough sleep has the same effect of your stress level going up. Your cortisol level goes up and you gain weight. So be really mindful of those two things. Oh, I skipped over this. There's never such thing as too much food. You have to eat everything. If you're crying and you have food left, you have to eat it. I'm sorry. I know I sound like a bitch, but I've been there. I've done it. I do it all the time. I'll probably end up doing it tonight because by the time I eat, it's going to be like 7:40 and I have 2 turkey burgers and a ton of food to eat. I'm going to take a picture of it to show you guys. But I do it. I have to do it. I have to hit my numbers. I do it the same way you guys do it. So please don't message me and say I have 47 proteins left and 15 carbs. I'm just going to leave it. Okay, you can leave it. I'm not going to tell you you can't leave it. I'm not going to force you to do something. I'm your coach, but I am going to let you know you're not going to lose the weight. It does not help you to leave food in your app and not use it. It will hinder your progress. I can run downstairs and show you what I take before I go to sleep, or I could just send it to you, Sarah. But I'm a gummies girl, not CBD or any of that stuff. I mean, like I buy like the ashwagandha. Danielle's like bullshit. I take the ashwagandha, whatever blue gummies they are. I don't know what they're called, but I usually take 2 a night. They just calm you, they relax you. It's all natural. I can send you guys a picture of it. You could see it. It has the valerian root and all that other stuff. I think it works. I have no idea. I think everything works. I started doing the B12 drops, and I feel like they give me so much energy during the day that by the time I go to bed, I'm like ready to pass out. As far as sleep, I have to sleep with that sound on that I meditate to. It just works together now. It's weird. It drives me crazy, but I have to do it. So, and then I have to have the fan on. So I don't know if that'll help you too, the white noise of the fan. Okay, shots, wine. You guys are great. Leave it to the sisters to think about alcohol. Okay, so I left this for last. Find a buddy, whether it is a friend or somebody in the group that you think you might relate with. it so happens that my sister was like having anxiety and panic attacks. And I told you, we talked 100 million times because her app wasn't working. She's like, well, I made switch to this, I might switch to that. I'm like, well, let me connect you with Jody, because Jody is very calm. She's very friendly. She has patience of a saint, the opposite of Shannon. And she's not your sister makes it harder being your sister, because I know I can lose my patience with you. So I reached out to Jody, and Jody's like, yeah, no problem. They connected, on, I think, text. I put you guys on text. And now they work out together without me. They do my videos in my Facebook group. If you're not in my Facebook group, you should get in it. And I have so many recorded videos from quarantine when I used to come on and do the videos with everybody, that they're meeting up without me and doing the videos. They didn't know each other, but they connected, and now they have a buddy system. So if anybody wants a buddy, message me and I can see who else wants one, and I can just connect you guys. I was also thinking about doing a buddy group, but then the groups get so overwhelming with 100 million groups. So I pulled back from that. If you're in the new Shred Tribe member group, that group's going away. Everybody's going to be in just the other groups. We don't need the new Shred Tribe group anymore. Congratulations to everybody getting the shout outs for hitting your nutrition goals. New people continuing on, Shred Tribe members, freaking awesome. If you think you should be getting a shout out and you're not, it could be because I have you in as Fitbit, you're using my Fitness Pal, or you're using my Fitness Pal, and I have you in Fitbit, and it won't read that you hit your numbers. It doesn't affect anything else except the shout outs, but I know those mean a lot to you guys. So definitely reach out to me if something's not looking right to you, and I can look it up. It's not a big deal. And I think that is all I have. I did put the order in for the Shine and Shred packs for those that everybody wanted, the BCAAs and all that stuff. If anybody wants it, let me know. I'm going to put another order in, because as soon as I put the order in, 2 people said they want to get it, which I knew that was happening, which is why I kept posting in the group, thinking that somebody would say something. So it is in the Elite Nutrition group. That's the company that's going to be supporting us for everything. I don't get any commission because they're going to put it all back into the Shred Tribe group, which is awesome, which then goes in turn to Wounded Warriors. I think that is all I have. Does anybody want to share anything or say anything? No? Okay. I asked the other day in the group, what would be some advice that you guys would give to new people? It's in the memes and motivation. Go ahead and scroll up and read what everybody said. It all pretty much is the same thing. Plan ahead, plan ahead, plan ahead. And then people have been posting what really helps them to hit their macros. I'm going to be cut off. What hits their macros. So make sure you guys go into the memes and motivation group, scroll up. Oh no, the food group, amazing food group. You'll see what everybody's doing. All right, I'm going to get cut off. I'm not going to let that happen. I hope you guys all have an amazing Wednesday night. I'll see you all on Saturday if you're going to work out. Otherwise, I'll see you Wednesday. Message me if you have any questions. Remember, always be badass. And we're going to have an amazing 2022 year. Straight into 22. Everybody's going to kick ass. And have a great day, everyone. Bye. Thank you for coming on.